Alright guys, we're back. Here with RDU. We got a little bit of time before the Warcraft 3 stuff ends, so we'll talk to you a little bit. So what do you think? What do you think so far about the tournament?
I like that people play strange decks. This format allows it.
Okay.
The other format they first wanted to make was with ban, and without ban it changes a lot. You can play like some really aggro decks to start with, and then just back them up with some control stuff, or just go full control. You have so many options, and the fun part is that every option you pick of two decks has something that beats it. So it's like a little bit of a coin flip, but not such a big coin flip. There will be interesting games. I can't wait.
Do you think your odds are above even in your group? You did manage to get the unfortunate spot in a group with Tides of Time, Strifecro, and Amaz.
Well, before in the ban format, I thought I have the edge, but now I think we are all equal in this format.
All equal?
Yeah, all equal.
You wouldn't put anyone ahead or behind?
No.
Okay, that's interesting. As far as most people know, at least recently, you are considered the best player, at least in the tournament scene.
I think Tides of Time has better results, at least recently.
Okay.
Just because he won WEC, that was like huge compared to any other tournament.
I see.
I like win the small stuff, like online tournaments, but he won the bigger one with 32k cash. Oh, whoever wins this tournament will be probably the best tournament player, at least at the cash winnings.
Yeah, at least the cash winnings. But how do you feel? Do you feel pressure after you do well, or do you just feel like you just stomp everyone?
None of those. I feel okay.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good. In terms of preparation, you mentioned that you play a lot to prepare for these tournaments. What is that like? Because you're on a team that doesn't have much representation in Hearthstone. You're an MYM. Do you practice with people that you know that are off the team, or do you have teammates that also play on the same level as you? Or what is that like?
I practice with teammates, and I practice with people that are not in my team. So huge shoutouts to my teammates that I practice most with, Skip and Taish, and huge shoutouts to the people I.
Alright guys, sorry about that. Apparently the sound coming through one of the computers was like really messed up, and that kind of screwed our interview. And I think they're going to start up pretty soon again, so we're going to have to cut it a little bit short. I apologize. I don't even know where we were. I get a little bit distracted.
At the
'cause I have
practice.
so many things.
At the practice.
The practice, yes. So I was saying how you play a lot of
Polished. Yeah.
but different decks at successive tournaments, and that's made you a pretty unpredictable player in the past.
This is very important in tournaments, in my opinion, to change what you play, because if you play the same things over and over again, people will expect them and they will counter you. But if you always change, they don't have any idea what you'll play, and that favors you. Of course, they might have some ideas about what you play, but it's the best thing in Hearthstone, if you want to go competitive, is to play all the stuff you can, and what is OP, let's call it overpowered at the moment.
Okay. Well, where do you balance that? Like, if something is overpowered, do you choose to play that over something comparable that's more unpredictable?
Um, it depends on the tournament and on my opponent, but usually I would go with the OP stuff if I know how to play it. Like if something is comfortable for me, they will not expect it, and it's just a little bit weaker than the something
Yeah.
really OP. I will go for that.
Okay, yeah, we've seen that in the past. I remember seeing one of the mage decks more recently that gave you some success. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, and I
where.
also played Temple Warrior at IEM, and
Oh, wow, I didn't
a
know
lot
that.
of interesting stuff.
Okay.
I will have some interesting stuff prepared for this tournament.
Okay. Well, we'll see you play. I don't think you're playing today.
No, tomorrow.
I don't think you're on stage tomorrow either. You actually have to qualify to be
think-
seen.
I think I play versus Amazon stage, right?
Oh yeah, you do. You're on the main stage.
Yeah.
Speaking about the main stage, we actually missed the game. We didn't have the feed from over there, but hopefully the next day we will. And the game was Alchemist versus That's Admirable. Alchemist ended up taking that one 2-1, I believe.
Yeah, I heard that
Yeah.
he played Zoo.
Well,
He's a really known Zoo player.
Zoo.
Yeah.
You like Zoo?
I like decks that cheese to win, and if you
Okay.
can cheese somebody, why not?
Okay, well that's good. I also see that I believe they just started a Warcraft 3 game, so I think we have more time than I expected. We can go, some other stuff. What do you think about China? You haven't been here before, have you?
It's the third time in China. I have
Third
been
time.
in IM Shenzhen, and
Oh,
then
right,
at
IM.
WEC, and now here.
Okay. What's it like? Because these are probably in 3 different cities, right?
Yeah, it is very different. Like IM Shenzhen was really good. Then WEC was they had a lot of problems
Okay.
that every player has talked about, and here it's really good.
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
Are you
I
talking
like
about
this.
the tournament stuff or the accommodations in general?
The combinations in general. For example,
Yeah.
the food is most important for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little sensitive to some food, and Chinese food is like very spicy. And if
Yeah.
it's like too spicy, I'll have some problems. But
That's
the-
not very hardcore of you.
nah, the food here I liked it.
Okay.
Really good.
I like the spicy food. All right. What do you think of Chinese people in general?
I
Is it
think
big
Chinese
cool?
people are unpredictable. They are like really cool people,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Nice. All right. I don't know anymore. Stuff. Sorry, guys. I've been a bit distracted. But we are going to get into the Forsen game, I think, sometime soon. The other feed that we're getting is like 10 minutes? They're playing? I don't see anything. Apparently they're playing, someone is up a game, and we don't have... Oh. I'll be right
Oh.
back. Thanks for the interview, Rdu. Alright guys, we're back. We're back with Strifecro, but just before we get into all the goodies, I want to talk about what's going on with the actual tournament, because, I mean, that's why you guys are probably watching. You guys want to see Forsen beat up some noobs,
Yeah.
fishy fairies and all the rest, I guess. So what's going on is the 1-0 was in regards to Warcraft, and I just saw another game end, so maybe it's
They're basically
over.
waiting for the stage to finish.
Yeah. So the way that most of these are going to work is we share a stage with Warcraft 3, and because we are delayed, we delay them, and then they delay us further back into schedule, and it becomes a little bit of a mess. But I mean, it's been pretty difficult making everything work, and I'm just doing the best right now. So it is what it is. And here we are with Strifecro. How you doing, man? Last I've
I'm
seen
doing
you
great.
is ESGN.
Oh wow, it's been that long.
It has. You've
I
been
feel
winning
like
a lot of
I
stuff.
feel like I've seen you.
Oh yeah,
between
Bucharest.
them.
We
oh
saw
yeah,
each other
yeah,
at Bucharest.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, I've been doing good.
You did well on that one too. You went like 4th or something?
I think I placed in the money, but I'm not sure if it's either 4th. I think maybe 4th to 8th. It's like all tied because
Oh, I
there's
see.
no tiebreakers. So
Yeah, I'm not sure.
yeah, but yeah, I've been doing good. Playing Hearthstone, going to school for game design, just chilling, playing other games.
That's good.
I play other games like.
Is Hearthstone still your main?
Oh yeah, for sure. I
You
mean,
feel you're still at the top?
I feel like I'm still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in your group, I talked to Amaz, I talked to Rdu.
Cool.
I didn't talk to Tides, but Rdu thinks you guys are all about the same in terms of odds of getting out of there. And Amaz is going to get first place, so he's obviously going to have to qualify. As far as the second qualifying spot, do you think you're going to get that one? How's it looking in your mind?
You know, I kind of think that I'll probably take the first qualifying spot, I figure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, basically, like, Rdu said he was happy getting third.
Mhm.
He said, like, he said that the group was so hard, he was happy getting third. So, you know, I figure he's just going to be content. Like, he's just going to get third.
Oh, wow. You think mindset plays that big a role in Hearthstone?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're happy with it, you know, that's just, you're not going to do better than that. So.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'll probably take one. Rdu will probably get third. The other two are up for grabs.
Okay.
Like, second to fourth, Amaz or Tides.
Do you prefer it be anyone?
Do I prefer to be anybody?
No, do you prefer that it would be Amaz or Tides?
No, I'm good with either.
Okay.
I'm okay with both of them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're both cool people, so.
You're known, at least I knew you as like one of the better Druid players, especially over time as things have changed. Druids has kind of been like above average, and you've made it work
Yeah.
in many, many places. How do you feel the game is right now with Hunter being a bit decreased, but we don't see it going away. We still see a lot of the Zoo, and we still see like the higher tier control decks like Warlock, like Handlock, for
Yeah,
instance.
yeah.
Where does this all fit in your mind?
Well, I mean, I think after basically Naxxramas, like, Blizzard's kind of slowly changing the metagame to be more minion-centric. Like,
Mhm.
this is like something that's really good in my mind because, like, I think the core experience of Hearthstone is or should be like minions fighting it out with, you know, some
Mhm.
like spell support or whatever. And there's been a lot of times where this hasn't necessarily been true, right? Like, for example,
Yeah.
like you're an arena player, right? So
Yeah, that's always true.
so if you take like the core experience from arena, you know, where the decks aren't so powerful, for example, you take like more random cards, you know, you take what you can get.
Yeah.
Arena is like 99% minion fights, you know, like slow
Yeah.
incremental advantages. Like, I mean, yeah, you see some people trolling on stream, like trying to make Miracle Rogue in Arena or Freeze Mage, but
It's
it
not
generally
too
doesn't
bad,
work.
but yeah.
You know, like you have to get pretty lucky to draft like
You do.
exactly what you want.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really like, I like when the gameplay is similar to the core experience in
Mhm.
Arena. So you know, adding cards like the Sticky Death Rattle minions, more like just like inverted power guys, like more toughness than attack. So like they're harder to remove with spells.
Don't you think it's also moved like faster?
You mean people are dying faster?
Yeah, like the games are ending sooner.
I don't think so. I mean, there's like a lot of like slow control games now. I mean, I guess
Mhm.
it's just if you take two control decks, it'll be a long game. But you know, I think that like Face Hunter and say really fast, like say Murlocs and like
Mhm.
Murloc Zoo, and I
haven't
guess
seen
like
Murloc Zoo in a while.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I think there's a reason for that because like those Sticky Death Rattle minions, like
Sludge
Haunted
Belcher
Creeper,
kills a third
yeah,
of the Murlocs.
exactly, or like Haunted Creeper, for example. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like your charge minion or whatever, like your 2/1 charger might do the 2 damage to their face, but then Haunted Creeper is going to trade off for it, and then there's still going to be the 1/1s left
Yeah.
behind. They're going to trade for your next minion. So, like
Mhm.
all these like little sticky dudes, like they're kind of just like taking board control earlier and earlier from these
Mhm.
face decks. So you don't get as much time to go to the face, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that, and now with the Leroy and the Buzzer thing, we've seen kind of a reduction in the instant death type of game.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, I like that. I don't really like when people, you know, Leroy, Shadow Step, Cold Blood, or something.
You don't like 26 damage from no
Nah.
board? But
I
it's
don't like
skillful
it.
to draw all those cards. I mean, you only draw one card a turn. To get all of them at the same time, that's just unlikely.
Not if you have gadgets in.
Oh, right, that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I like the game now. It's. I think it's better. I mean, I think it'll get better. I mean, they're working pretty hard on like releasing new cards.
Yeah.
Like I do like how Naxxramas like with just like a small set of cards. You know, there's then I don't know how many there are, like around 20 or 30. You know,
Mhm.
it's not like a gigantic card pool that got released, but it like just the small 20 or 30 cards that completely change the game a lot.
What are your
so.
favorite few?
I like web spinner a lot. I like duplicate. I guess I've said these before. It's just like I like
You
how
like
it webs.
duplicate, really?
I like duplicate. It's a fun card. It's not being used that much anymore, but I do like web spinner.
Okay.
I like how web spinner kind of opens up another like play style for hunter. You know, where you have more fighting creatures instead of face. Even though like hunter is still kind of, like a lot of people don't like playing against it. I still think that this current hunter with say Savannah High main, you know, like as like one of the core creatures is much better than when hunter was using like Wolf Rider as the main creature to build around. You know, so I mean at least their minions are that are fighting instead of just like stuff that's just going to your face. So.
Yeah. I know what you mean. What do you think about like every deck having Sludge Belcher in it?
I mean, it's. I don't think it's that great. I mean, it's probably a little bit overpowered. Like, it's just like you even see Sludge Belcher and like
Just taking two
Miracle
big hits.
or like I mean, it's using like even like Miracle Knight Hunter. You know, like just like it's pretty much using every deck now. I mean, I guess it's just too strong. I mean, if you like do like with how the combat works, you know, if you actually just look at the core stats of it, it's not like that much higher than like another 5-drop.
Yeah.
But just it being like split into 2 helps it so much, you know, because it dodges stuff like, you know, I don't know, like just any kill stuff like Assassinate or whatever.
Yeah, and
or
5 health is pretty good. It escapes a lot of single removal.
Exactly, and like a lot of times you're like overkilling it by so much, like hitting it with 8 power, and you still need something to kill the 1/2. So.
Yeah, there's very few creatures that do 5 damage even.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you have basically Sylvanas.
Yeah, there's very few. I mean, there's only like really like Lotheb and Sylvanas are used a lot, and
Yeah, but Lotheb, I feel you kind of save to use it strategically rather than just the board, you know?
Yeah, I mean it depends. A lot of people use it both ways, but even then, even if you do fight Lotheb against Sludge Belcher, it doesn't come out ahead that much because you know, you still have the token. So
Yeah.
I mean it's just a really solid card. Like you can use it in almost every deck, so it's cool.
All right, what do you think of the Chinese players? It's not too frequent that you get to play against them, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I could even argue that I've like never played against them. Maybe
Haven't
like
you
once.
played
I think I am
in some of the
Shenzhen.
2Ps or something? Oh, Shenzhen?
No, I didn't qualify for any of the 2. There's only one 2P for an A, right? I think, or was there 2?
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I didn't qualify for that one. So honestly, I've never really played against the Chinese players or the Korean players. So I don't know. You know, like their scene is kind of like segregated from our scene, like with the firewall and stuff like that. Like we don't get to see many of their games. I'm not sure about the other way around. So you know, it's kind of like a mystery to me of what they're going to play and how strong they are.
Do you think that's an advantage from what you've seen for them?
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like they've studied our games a lot more. I think, like, I mean, definitely, like, they know our decks because they do, like, play our decks, you know, like, a lot of the decks that originate from players that are streaming or whatever. So, I mean, it's definitely an advantage for them, but I think, I mean, I'm not sure about this, but it seems to me that the Western players are still stronger right now, so, you know, it should be... you know, pretty good for us still, but you know, we'll have to see.
Yeah. All right, we'll see. You think you're gonna place pretty well on this one? Taking it seriously?
Yeah, I've been taking this one seriously, like pretty seriously.
Okay.
Sometimes like there's just like too many tournaments like online and stuff, and I kind of just get overloaded and kind of just like submit, you know, whatever, and kind of just like go for it. But yeah, I've been kind of preparing for this one a lot, and you know, I've gotten a lot of rest for these days. Like I kind of get tired pretty quickly from playing, so I kind of do pretty badly if like there's like multiple events like side by side a lot, and especially like just playing a lot of Hearthstone. So I usually do a lot better in these where there's like a lot of time between games for me to rest. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of games tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that is most of the group stage stuff. But once you're through that, I think you get to take your time very liberally. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm kind of curious in your mind, what kind of expectation you have for yourself. So, like, what position would you come in and still end up disappointed with your result? Would you get like 4th and then not be happy?
I wouldn't be that happy with 4th, honestly.
Okay.
Just because like the money is so much different, top 3. But yeah, I guess that's my cutoff. You know, if I get top 3, I'll be pretty happy. If I don't get top 3, I won't be too happy.
All right. Well, that was pretty fun. Anything else you want to mention?
I'm good.
Oh,
Just,
actually, I was kind of curious. I know you joined Cloud9 pretty early, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I think yeah, I was on Cloud9 the whole time since they've
Yeah.
had a Hearthstone team.
How does the team work right now? There's some representation. Do you guys work together on decks? Like you said, you work really hard to prepare for this tournament. Does that preparation essentially go to the team as well, or do you keep that for yourself in a lot of cases?
Well, I think a lot of it is we're kind of like a lot of us are really busy nowadays, so we haven't had that much time to like really work together in decks. But you know, I guess a lot of our preparation is just individual, just because there's like, I mean, there's just tournaments like every weekend right now. So it's like, especially like the EU people, like they're going to their tournaments, and then we have like online ones, and then like the ones I'm going to, like, you know, like the DreamHack stuff that Kalento was playing in, and Nimshanikop went there as well. So, you know, I guess most of what we've done is just working together, but, you know, we do share deck lists. Haven't played that much practice games with each other, but yeah, a lot of our practice games have come from like just these days, couple days now, because we got to China like 2 or 3 days before, so we've actually been just like chilling in the hotel room a lot, like just practicing and like brewing decks together and practicing matchups. So I mean, we've gotten a good amount of practice just these days. So I mean, we haven't had to submit the deck list until like this morning or last night. So
yeah. All right. Well, good luck to you. I'm kind of rooting for you. I like to see the dudes that I played with, because I didn't play that much tournament stuff, but when I did, I was happy. You were definitely the star of the team then. So I hope you do well. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I don't exactly know when we're starting up with Hearthstone, but we'll probably resume in about 5 minutes. Talk to Masan about a few things if the game hasn't already started at that point. And
I think there's another interview at Kit Kats.
maybe later. We'll see. I don't think there's that much left in the Warcraft 3 stuff, so we'll see how it pans out. Yeah, but we're gonna get Kit Kats on the bench a little bit later. He's gonna be casting, I believe, the game after the one that Masan will. So if you're Kit Kats fans, you won't miss him. Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes.